Hi everyone. So before we start this video, you must accept that whatever I'm telling that the person is telling on the video is completely wrong simply because I understand everything 100% wrongly for what this person is saying, and also what I'm saying this video about what the other person is saying, and any advice and everything I tell forward is entertainment and only entertainment. You must also accept the terms and conditions down the description of this video before watching it, or simply don't watch it. Now, if you accept everything, then let's start. So this is a guy I found his video randomly on YouTube, and I just clicked to check what he has to say. The title is "The older I get, the more I hate this world." This guy says that the better he becomes, the more competitive he becomes, the more he succeeds in this life, he finds the world worst and worst, which means he identifies that people around him and the world of humans, at least in general, is much worse than he thought. Now, let's see what he has to say with his own words.
Seem like every day I'm just ready to leave this world, go to another planet, go to another, galaxy. I just don't want to be here. Um, got to the point to where I'm starting to hate this world. Now, the world itself is actually a beautiful place. Animals, plants, the water. The actual world is it's an amazing place, but the people inside of it makes everything more difficult than what it needs to be. People are just simply evil. Seem like the older I get, the more disconnected I become, the more standoffish I am. Um, and I used to not always be this way. I used to be very, uh,
If you go blank,
very loving, and I'm still a loving person. But I have a big wall up. I don't want people in my circle. I don't want people in my atmosphere. I don't want any negative energy to leak into my orbit, because literally 98% of the world is just evil. They're messy, and it just makes the world a fucking messy, chaotic place. And I don't want to be here.
We are going to make a pause right here, and you see that this person is really confused and really sad about, I don't say confused, better sad about what he's seeing. And he says that he was and still is a good person inside him, but by what he sees outside. He has walls, he has defenses, so to speak, because he knows now, and as you will see when he speaks more, that the more he gets better, the worse people react to him. So, the comments I want to make here from my own life experience, and I'm going to go a bit deep for some of you who may get something for your own life, is that we live in a DNA based world. What I mean by that, if someone tells you work 10 hours for $100, and then someone else tells you, and you will see my point, and then someone else tells you work 10 minutes or 1 minute for $100, which option would you choose? Obviously, the 1 minute, if the work is the same. It's not something so hard. Now, if someone against tells you do something easier for the same time or something harder, you will choose the easier one. And this is what is a DNA based world. You want the maximum by doing and suffering the less. And this makes the world is one factor that makes the world evil. That everyone around you would want somehow to get something, whatever it may be, maybe just your attention, maybe just to make you irritated, maybe just whatever, with a less price. So this is a fact that we are not taught in schools. And I'm going to repeat it in many videos because it's really hard to change the way wrongly people think. So I don't say everyone's like this, but it requires higher awareness to focus your intent in the positive effect and do the harder because you know that this is the only option that gives you back more. But this is something totally different, okay? The baseline is that for that reason, I guess, he identifies people as evil. For example, if you make more money, people will react differently, would want things from you that they didn't want before in the exchange of friendship, in the exchange of saying a good morning. Or they will try to do, for example, positive stuff and change their behavior to more positive with hopes just to get back something from you. Maybe this is other resources, favors, whatever, connections. And this applies even to family members. How are you doing? I have this problem. Can you? I have heard this when I had some okay success and repeatedly, until I cut it off some things. Now I don't tell this is all people, okay, but it is the majority. Now the second fact is that if you try to get something that someone has or wishes to have, then you directly have people who will sabotage you. And they do it or because you threaten the way they lived until today, or because they just see you getting their apple. Let's say that everyone is, for example, very hungry, okay, and you are close or you are trying to get an apple that they believe they cannot get to relieve their hunger. People who are not enough conscious and don't have some okay awareness level, they will try to sabotage you not eating the apple, even if they anyways won't eat the apple themselves. They will feel better if you all are hungry, if you all are broke, if you all are fat, if you all are addicted to substances. And they do it because they don't feel good seeing someone in a place that they wish to be, but they decide not to because it's harder, okay? And this is really sad. If you are in the process of doing some things, you may encounter a lot of those things, and it's not easy at all to encounter them because your world view changes to what is actually true. This is what I have to say. Drop your own comments. What do you think about this? I wish to hear something opposite with facts, and don't tell me it was my brother who helped me in something, because those people or some good friend, because those people are a very little, small percentage, aware people or close people which are aware and help us realistically. Also, people would want exchanges, as I mentioned before, in the name of friendships or in the name of do have done something for you before. And this is hard because someone, let's say, he has helped you fix your car in something, and now he asks you to fix his house, which is 10 times more as an exchange. But you haven't signed for such an exchange, and they use it to buy cheap from you based on the example I gave you with the dollars. So let's continue.
If I swear, I'll go underneath the fucking ocean. I'll go swim with the dolphins. I don't give a fuck. I will go out in the Amazon and live with the fucking lions and tigers and you know I don't think there's lions and tigers in the same place, but you know what I mean. Fuck. I just want to get out of here. Um, and who else feel that way? It seemed like As time go on, people become more messier, more evil, more chaotic. They love drama. And why? Why? Listen, I've come to a point to where I've accepted that, listen, everyone is not going on this journey of trying to become better, Chris. Everyone don't want to be better. Some people are okay where they are. I had to accept that. But it's just like the more you look around, and I do want to connect with people, but it's just so fucking difficult today. Everyone lies, everyone's fake, everyone's pretending, everyone's performing. And it's like, damn, why can't you just be real? Why can't you be yourself? Why can't you be authentic? A lot of that shit is gone. What is that? What is being authentic? What is being genuine? What is that? And had I known that, trying to become better was going to cause all this shit, I probably would have stayed the same. I'm not even going to lie. I'm not even going to lie.
Hear what he says, put attention. If he knew how bad things would be when he tried to become better, to develop himself, he wouldn't even have tried. And this is a very big word, because it's true that I would have tried, because in my experience, in my perspective, because I prefer the truth even if it's not happy at all. But imagine how much someone feels the pain of seeing things as they are when he says that he wouldn't even want the money, success, some better things, be more capable, skillful. If he knew that he would see all these things that comes with the hatred, the envy, the sabotage other people do when you try and you actually do it in an extent. So it's hard, people. Okay, whoever of you happens to be a person who wants to develop himself, be more capable in producing results, be more competitive, get things people wish to have. Uh, and not just to get the things, just to become better, maybe some of you, I don't know. This is something that will irritate so much people, and they will attack you sneaky ways, direct ways, and the sneaky ways are the worst, of course, because you cannot see behind those smiles and good behaviors always. So let's continue.
Get so fucking lonely when you just try to be positive, have a good heart, put good energy out, but people tell you, no, you're being too positive. It's like I went on this elevation or this journey of becoming better only to fucking be told by family members and just, like I'm an enemy because I got better. Who the fuck would have thought? I thought, like, in my little brain, I thought, you know what, I could do better and then I could help the family and then we could kind of get out this, this survival uh living condition that we're in, and I could help everyone and we could all be happy.
This hurts a lot, and it has hurt me multiple times. Until, of course, I succeeded sometimes, and then some people started believing, okay, you can do it, you know. What matters is that it hurts a lot because you threaten them, man, you threaten them, or woman, you threaten them. If you were kind of a woman who doesn't care so much about herself, and you start becoming, looking better, and making better pictures, of course, and knowing how to communicate better, and knowing how to position yourself better, and of course knowing how to behave a way that higher status men, so to speak, and people in general accept you in different situations. Your friends will be so jealous, especially women. It's even worse with women. Um, and with men, of course, it's really bad. So if those are family members, and even your father, if you're a man, would get jealous that he wasn't so successful at your age, or he believed he couldn't do stuff and you do them, or your mother, if you're a woman and she sees you being more beautiful, and in my opinion, you need another stuff, okay, like you know how to behave, as we say, to get in different situations and whatever, then you will get bullets from your own family and it will hurt. But props if you get the bullets and continue. Let's continue.
There is a massive and invisible business worth 70 billion USD a
Nah, it don't work like that. It do not work like that. You know, I made a video called talking about how I hate people. And, you know, in the comments, a lot of people were talking about, oh, well, if you hate people, just realize that people hate you. And this is what people don't realize, right? I don't talk to people. I don't even talk to people. I keep to myself. But there is a such thing as observing and looking out and seeing like, yo, people are fucking messy. You don't have to go into a burning building to see that it's fucking burning. You don't have to feel the heat. You could be in your precious apartment and look across the street and see that a building is burning without you having to be in that building. That's me. I don't talk to people. I just notice that when you, there's good people out there, right? There's good people out there. There's good energy, but it's very few. The majority of people are fucking evil. They're messy. And the reason is because they got comfortable. They don't have anything going good in their life. They're surrounded around messy people. They're content. They're, you know, it's just like misery loves company. No one wants to be miserable and alone. If I was miserable, I would want someone to be miserable with. That's why people click up. That's why at work people fucking click up and talk about dumb shit. I mean, it's those are excuses as to why. You know, it's just like, oh, people, oh, you're just no. I have a fucking good heart. It's like some of the best people in the world, you know, they've been fucked over. And then they become good. And then they get fucked over again, and then they put up this exterior. They don't want to let people in, but they really they have a good heart. And they just fucking it's a lot of people out there. It's like in a second you do some crazy shit, you gonna awaken the beast. It's like they have a monster inside of them that's, you know, sleeping, but then as soon as people start sticking, you know, poking at that bear, then it wakes up. A lot of good people out there. It's just they realize like, yo, I can't be around a lot of people because a lot of people are fucking idiots. A lot of people trigger my trauma. And we all have trauma. I'm not perfect by any means. I just got to the point to where, you know, I don't want to live in scarcity. I don't want to be negative. I don't want to make fun of people. I don't want to think I'm better than anyone. And this is what people think. When you go on this journey, it'll be, oh, you think you're better. I don't think shit. You get to a point to where it's like, no, I know I'm fucking better. I'm doing better than y'all. I'm doing better than y'all. I'm in a better position in my life. Y'all in the same spot, and y'all mad at me because I got better. I had to learn some, you know, some heartbreaking shit this weekend. And it's been going on for a while, but it just got to the point to where this weekend it was like it clicked, it dawned on me. It's like, okay, I get it. I didn't want to accept it. But, you know, when you get better, no matter what you do, right? Say you were not where you were in life, and then you go on a journey and you become better. It could be a weight loss journey. It could be you going back to school. It could be you, whatever. You fill in the blank. Why do it seem like the people you know, want to get better for, those be the people that's going to despise you once you get better? That shit broke my fucking heart. It hurt. It hurt that you could get to a point of becoming better in your life. Like, you're not where they wanted you to be or where they thought you would be, jail, you know, dead, whatever. You're actually doing good in life. And now, the people who's closest to you, they the ones that's going to be on some hating shit. And you know what? Let's be real. We all like to be like, man, fuck family, ain't. Well, if we being real, that shit hurt. Because I don't give a fuck about nobody. The reason I went on this journey was to help y'all. And y'all the ones that's mad at me. Y'all the ones that's fucking being, you know, it's like, damn. And then you kind of get to a point to where you get angry. But really, you not angry. You sad, and that shit come out as anger because it's like, how could you? How could you? How is it that you, out of all people, are mad at me because I want to do better? Cold fucking world we live in. Family. You think like fuck everyone else. I ain't got, I don't talk to this man. It's the world we live in. Listen to the birds.
So you got the point. Now the person says, I don't know if you have experienced this, if you have, drop a comment. If not, I'm just trying to prepare you with my own experience and this guy's experience. So you have more experience, you have more points of what you probably will encounter if you try to better anything in your life. So the thing is that this guy is seeing, let's say for example he was with family members. Let's say, I guess he had kind of good relationship. He talked to those people. He went out. He complained with them. He did some activities. He speak with them, and once he succeeded, the problem that happens is that you stop doing some things with those people, and this is the except of what I explained you before, that they get jealous. You get what they wanted or what they want or what they had and lost, something that they want. First, they get also irritated because you now reject what they do, and what they do is what they believe probably years now, perhaps decades, that was better for them, and they see you rejecting that option and choosing to do other stuff, which first puts you out of what they are doing, of their bubble, their habits, which makes them lose you doing that thing, so they cannot validate what they are doing as right so much. Let's say, for example, you drink, man, and you drink with other people. You validate that this is something good you do every week. If you stop doing it, they lose a friend and a person who did that habit. So those people get irritated you do it. And then if they see you after some years to succeed by stopping drinking and doing other stuff, they will start feeling so bad because now they will see in action that drinking caused them to lose all what you have now that they wanted. So now they feel bad about their habits, they feel bad about their results, and they want you to fail, to start again drinking, so they feel again, they will feel again as if they won't feel the loss they have so much because now you put the tomato, let's say, the fruit that everyone is hungry in their face. And of course, those people, as I mentioned, in my experience at least, will try to extract everything from you without putting the work. And once you succeed up to a level and you have gone through kind of hell in many examples, then you will understand that those people don't want to put the work and don't appreciate anything about the sacrifice you do. They just want to eat your fruit. So this causes, to me at least, even more, much more hatred in many instances. But you can process this hatred, that is sadness, that is anger, that is fear of seeing those things, only with higher awareness, and it becomes kind of fun if you reach higher awareness, because it's like you see some creatures, that they want to eat the tomato, and they do what they can to eat the tomato or make you lose the tomato, so they feel better. But if you put more your attention on it, it's not the actual tomato, it's what you did that produced the tomato. And it's also that if you lose the tomato, they won't get the tomato. So they don't win anything generally. We are just all hungry. And if you lose, man, or if you fail, those people that hate and want you lose, they won't get anything. They just will feel better for a paralogical reason, and this is kind of fun if you dig it a little more. And also, if they eat your actual tomato, they won't know and they won't have the habits to produce their own tomato in any area. So, what they win? They eat the tomato after they are without tomato and they don't know how to make a new tomato and they become again hungry. So, drop your comments down the description of this video. This is a very deep topic. I don't expect everyone to understand it or everyone to want to see it because it's hard. And I hope you learned something, and I hope also you don't give up for some things you want most from this life. Thank you very much for watching.